Your benefits that you're providing to your employees are probably the second biggest expense of your company, other than salaries and maybe some manufacturing costs or whatever. So it's really critical to manage those benefits appropriately. And talking about onboarding employees, I just read an interesting survey yesterday where the younger generation actually is more closely scrutinizing the benefits of a company while they are applying for jobs, because they're realizing healthcare costs are rising, and actually most of them are looking for companies, are you ready for this, that have defined benefit programs. Now I'm sure probably none of you in this room, based on your employee size, have defined benefit programs, because even the large publicly held corporations are either getting rid of those benefits or they're freezing their benefit levels. But yet your younger workforce nowadays is wanting those types of benefits. So benefits play a very key role. I thought what I would do just very briefly is give you a high-level overview of the hot topics in the benefits area today for both healthcare and your retirement plans. And what are other employers doing to try to entice people to come aboard. We're seeing a lot of companies offering what's called consumer-driven healthcare plans. Since you are employees, does anyone have a high-deductible consumer-driven healthcare plan? Okay, that's a plan with a higher deductible. It's driving your employees to start thinking about the expenses that they're utilizing from their healthcare plan. We're also seeing HR staff implement wellness programs, biometric testing, and many of our clients are actually making that mandatory so that the employees actually have to participate in the biometric testing in order to be eligible for their health care program. The next trend that we're seeing in the future is an outcome-based healthcare program, where not only are the employees going to be required to do the biometric testing, but the outcomes are going to have to be there. That's down the road, but that's what we see that's happening. In addition, ERISA compliance is huge, huge, huge issue in healthcare. So many of our clients, think, well, they're doing a good job because they're going out and quoting their benefits every year. Anybody can quote your benefits. What you need to make sure is that you're in compliance with all the rules and regulations. ERISA plays a major part in your healthcare benefits, and in all of your packages. I did include a checklist that we actually review for our clients, because our clients many times think that, or I should say our prospects, because our clients are all in compliance with ERISA, but many times they think that that booklet that you get from the healthcare provider is your summary plan description. It's not. You need a formal summary plan description for your healthcare benefits. There's a litany of items that you need, so this is a great resource for you. We review this with all of our prospects when we're looking at their healthcare plan. Many companies are trying to save money by doing what's called spousal waivers or spousal surcharges. So that means if I'm married and if I have a spouse and I work at your company, if my spouse has access to coverage elsewhere, a surcharge would allow my spouse to come aboard my program, but for an extra cost, $50, $100, whatever it is. A waiver goes one step further. A waiver says, your spouse has coverage, well then guess what? They have to stay and be on their own employer's plan. I don't want them on our plan. So you're seeing employers become much more restrictive with the accessibility of health care. Why? The costs are just going, they're just increasing at an astronomical rate every year. The other point that I want to talk about a little bit is ERISA, which wasn't one of your acronyms, but it's a big deal now in the retirement planning area. How many of you have 401k plans here that you participate in? So someone at your company is in charge of that 401k plan, correct? Well, there is a new ERISA regulation that just was enacted. The final rules came down a few weeks ago, 408B2. If you haven't heard about it, you need to hear about it. It's a huge issue. The reason why it's such a huge issue is because for the first time ever, all your plan providers are going to have to disclose to you as the plan sponsor what all your fees are. And a covered service provider is anyone that is earning more than $1,000 on your 401k plan has to inform you of that. Now, the whole purpose behind this rule is to make fees transparent to you, the plan sponsor, because as a plan sponsor, you are a fiduciary of the plan. Part of your fiduciary responsibilities is to know what your expenses are. The other part of your fiduciary responsibilities is to make sure your expenses are reasonable and commensurate with the level of services that are provided. However, there was really no way for fiduciaries to have access to these expenses. So hence, the rules came out, and they are effective July 1st of this year. More important than that, even more important to that, is another code section in ERISA that goes hand in hand with this new regulation, and that is the participant fee disclosure. Those are going to be, it's already enacted, final rules are out, and all of your participants in your 401k plan, all of your employees, are going to get a statement that looks different this year. And the reason why their statement is going to look different is they're going to have all their expenses on that statement, both in hard dollar and percentages. So if you're in HR, you're going to be getting a lot of questions as far as, hey, what's this $100 or $150 charge on my 401k statement? I thought it was a free benefit. I thought the company was paying for it. Well, that's what's happening. So we've been advising all of our clients to make sure that your house is in order. We've always done full fee disclosure with our clients. However, there's tons of people out there that have no idea what their expenses are, no idea what their fees are, and they're going to be very surprised when this legislation comes down. I have in your package a little sample of a plan fee summary. This is the executive summary of a very detailed report that's about 10 pages long that complies with the DOL regulations on fee disclosure. As you can see on this one page, it identifies every single fee that's associated with your 401k plan, and most importantly, in that box down in the lower left-hand column, you'll see your plan is that mustard yellow color, and this particular plan has above average fees. And then all the details that follow this report actually drive down, and it actually analyzes what is causing those fees to be higher than above average. So this is a service, by the way, that we do provide to our prospects free of charge. So if anyone isn't aware of this, this is an audit that we'll do for you on your retirement plan. If you're interested, just shoot me an email later. There's some good resources here that you could use just to stay up to date on legislative updates. And then also my firm, which is Benefits Resource Group, we do provide email updates every 2 weeks at least with all the issues that are happening in the benefits area to help our HR professionals stay up to date.